All right, Shalom. I want to start by saying, call law, YAHWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, Kakadash. Double honors to the powers of Israel, aka the powers of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth and sincerity. Real quick, so one of the many things going on right now these days, as far as prophecy goes, and judgment goes, and how the Lord is basically just getting busy on Esau's kingdom, whether it be Edomites, Jake, heathens, whoever, but this age, this world, all right, the judgment coming to this world, all right, because people may not understand, but like when things happen, especially when it revolves of safety or someone being hurt or unalived, that's judgment from the Heavenly Father. And when you go into the Lord is dealing with nations, dealing with individuals, so on and so forth, judgment is judgment. And the true prophets of YAHWAH are here to let the world understand that this is judgment coming to the earth, no matter how much people think it's just a freak accident or a thing just happened. No, it's judgment. And the Lord said, his judgment goes forth every day. All right? So this is an article from Times of India, and this is, I believe this was a couple days ago, this storm, it said in Kentucky, which I believe was a day or two ago. I believe it was Sunday, so yesterday. So yeah, it says at least 9 unalived, 9 dead, including 8 in Kentucky, as heavy rain triggers flooding and submerged roads. Now, being that prophecy, scriptures cover everything going on in life, and how the Lord said his judgment go throughout the earth, and the Lord said the so-called white man is Esau. And when you go into Kentucky, the main nationality, the main so-called race there is the so-called white people. And it said, I'm gonna go to it real quick. Oops, bugger. What the fuck? Oh, this shit's talking about Kentucky Derby. There we go. All right, so it says white, non-Hispanic people are the largest racial group in Kentucky, though the state's population is becoming more diverse. It says population by race. It says in 2023, 82.5% of Kentucky residents were white, and 7.5% were black or so-called African American. In 2022, 83.2% of Kentucky residents were white or non-Hispanic, which means the population dropped a little bit of white, but it's a very small number. And it says 6.6% of Kentucky residents were of 2 or more races in 2023. Other racial ethnic groups says, Hispanic represent, 2.93%, 1.50% are Asian, so on and so forth. So you get the gist that Kentucky, and I remember when I was younger, Kentucky being quote-unquote a racist state, a state known for being racist. So now let's get into the judgment. So being that in Kentucky, the main, almost the whole population of Kentucky is so-called white people, let's get into judgment with these 9 people, which were probably, statistically speaking, probably were white people. So it says at least 9 dead, including 8 in Kentucky, as heavy rain triggers flooding and submerged roads. Now that sounds like judgment if I ever heard. It says at least 9 people have lost their lives as severe weather continues to wreak havoc across the United States. Kentucky has been the hardest hit, with 8 fatalities as rising waters swept away cars and homes. It said heavy rising waters swept away cars and homes. Now, I don't know if they mean mobile homes, because I know some cribs got damaged, but basically it was a lot of damage that went through Kentucky. This was like a day or two ago. What this article says is this is from 20 hours ago, all right? And it says, U.S. President Donald Trump approved a disaster declaration for Kentucky, allowing federal aid to assist with relief efforts. I bet since it's basically all Edomites. It says Governor Andy Beshear confirmed on Sunday that hundreds of people had to be rescued after heavy rainfall caused creeks to overflow, submerging roads and homes. So it sounds like some real flooding right here, some real bad flooding. It says a mother and her 7-year-old child were among those who drowned after their car was caught in floodwaters in Hart County in southeastern Kentucky, a 73-year-old man was found dead in Clay County. Let me get the scripture real quick. All right, so this is the book of Isaiah chapter 29, verse 6, and it says, "Thou shalt be visitor of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire." It says what? Storm and tempest and great noise. Now, I'm pretty sure it's a great noise in Kentucky, because as I don't know if you can hear right now, it's even in our area, our region, it's real windy out right now, and it's been windy all day. All right? Real heavy winds. They talk about it's supposed to be a heavy Arctic polar, whatever, polar Arctic, whatever the fuck that shit called, for basically when it's going to be cold as hell. All right? But it says, "Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder." Now, who is Esau? Who is the so-called white man? When you go into the so-called white race, non-Hispanics, whatever how they said on Google, those are Edomites. They come from the seed of Esau, the brother of Jacob. When you go back into Isaac, Abraham, all right? That's the lineage of the covenant. And Isaac and Isaac, who was Abraham's son. Hold on, matter of fact, real quick. Just to give context. So, this is the book of First Chronicles, chapter 16, verse 13. It says, "O ye seed of Israel, his servant, ye children of Jacob, his chosen ones." So, the children of Jacob, seed of Israel, his chosen ones. What? That's the chosen people of the Most High, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI. Those are the people that the Lord chose to be a people unto himself, a peculiar people unto himself. Verse 14, it says, "He is the Lord our God. His judgments are in all the earth." So one of those judgments is what I just read in Isaiah 29 and 6. That was judgments. And what? We're on the earth. It says, "He is the Lord our God. His judgments are in all the earth." Kentucky is a part of the earth. All right? And it says the Lord's judgments are in all the earth. All right? Even when it comes to us. All right? Verse 15, it says, "Be ye mindful always of his covenant, the word which he commanded to 1,000 generations." Verse 16, "Even of the covenant which he made with Abraham and of his oath unto Isaac." So that's where you start, because he said, "O seed of Israel," and Jacob, his chosen ones, right? But then he's mentioning another two men, which is Abraham, Isaac. Isaac was Jacob's father and Esau's father, and Abraham was Isaac's father. That's how the covenant line goes. That's the bloodline of the covenant. All right? And it says in verse 17 of First Chronicles chapter 16, it says, "And have confirmed the same to Jacob for a law, and to Israel for an everlasting covenant." It said to Israel for an everlasting covenant, which is what? An agreement, an arrangement, an understanding that the Lord gave through the man Moses to give to the nation of Israel for law, statutes, commandments to abide by in our daily day-to-day. But we went off from that, and that's why the Lord judged us and put these devils over us. But what these devils didn't understand is that their kingdom had an end. See, when the Lord did the story, he said, yeah, Esau was going to have a time to rule, but it wasn't going to be forever. All right? Let's go back to the article. Oops. It says in total, 4 people lost their lives in Hart County alone. The flooding forced the Kentucky River Medical Center in Jackson to close its emergency department and transfer all patients to other hospitals. Authorities posted images on social media showing homes and vehicles completely submerged while mudslides blocked roads in Virginia and other areas. And then you go into the picture, look at this. Look at that. Look at that car. Completely basically damn near underwater, man. And what the Lord said, what? Judgments, tempests, great noise, storms. It says Bashir reported that over 1,000 rescues have been carried out since the storms began on Saturday. So what? That was 2 days ago. It says nearly 39,000 homes lost power and strong winds threatened to cause further outages. So what? They lost power. So that made a noise. When you hear power lines go down, it makes a noise that and it's all from a storm. And who brought the storm? The Lord said he brought the storm. The Lord said, thou should be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder, with storm, great noise, tempest. All right? It says, while the south deals with severe flooding, the northern plains are facing dangerously low temperatures. An Arctic blast is sending wind chills plunging as low as negative 50 degrees Fahrenheit, which is negative 45.6 degrees Celsius, across North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota, which are another few states that are mostly Edomites. Now, I'm pretty sure you have your Jakes there, obviously, because Jake is scattered, but a lot of these states in the Northwest and in the West, certain parts of the West, is mostly Edomites as a majority. All right? And it says the National Weather Service warned of life-threatening cold. It says the National Weather Service warned of life-threatening cold, with temperatures expected to drop to negative 33 degrees Fahrenheit, which is negative 34 degrees Celsius, or lower on Monday and Tuesday. And today is Monday. So today it's cold as hell. Matter of fact, hold on. Let's see how cold it is right now. In the area I'm at, it's 32 degrees right now. Wind 17 miles per hour. Look, tomorrow's Tuesday, it's supposed to be 28 degrees. 28 degrees, which is below freezing. All right? So I just go to show how, fuck. Oh, yeah. Just go to show what time we in. It says the storm system has also made travel difficult. Michigan saw 114 crashes in the Detroit area on Sunday caused by drivers going too fast on icy roads, which is their fault. Why are you speeding on icy roads? All right? It says avalanche warnings have been issued across the Rocky Mountains, stretching from Colorado to Washington State, with Utah facing the highest risk. Meteorologists say this is the 10th polar vortex event of the season, with Arctic winds forcing frigid air down from the North Pole into the U.S. and Europe. It says authorities are urging people to stay off the roads and take precautions to stay safe. It says a tornado in the south. It says a tornado in the south. It says in Alabama an EF-1 tornado struck Hale County overnight, damaging mobile homes, toppling trees, and bringing down power lines. Meanwhile, in Tennessee, a levee in the small town of Rivies failed on Saturday afternoon, sending floodwaters rushing into nearby neighborhoods. A levee is a man-made embankment built along rivers or lakes to prevent flooding, but it said what? It busted. Just like what happened in New Orleans in like 2005. It said the levee busted. No, levee failed. Because what? That's man-made, and if the Lord wants it to bust, wants it to break, it's going to break. It says officials rushed to evacuate residents while a flash flood warning had been issued for the area just hours before the levee collapsed. In Atlanta, a person was killed when a massive tree crashed onto a home early Sunday, according to Atlanta Fire Rescue Captain Scott Powell. And it's light. This light. This ain't even hit 20 casualties from the looks of this article. But you gotta remember too, this is ongoing thing, because what? When you have storms like this and you have homes being destroyed and things of that nature, you find bodies, you find casualties, people go missing. And it's all what the Lord said. What? It said it'd be a time like no other. So let me see something. See what else we got. Oh, this. Okay. Now, in regards to this chapter, it's talking about Israel, but in a pre-context, like, you could shift it over to our enemies, because what did the Lord say? Let's go to something real quick. In the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 7, it says, "And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee." Now, that hasn't come to full surface yet, but we're dealing with a transitional stage. We're in this transitional period. We're transitioning at the end of Esau's kingdom and to the beginning of Jacob's kingdom, when Yahawashi returns. And the Lord said that before all these things were going to come to pass, he's going to visit the earth with all these things. Before the nukes come, before Yahawashi and the angels come, the Lord said he was already going to visit the earth. The Lord said the judgment goes forth every day. All right? Let's go to that. So, it says, "Woe to the crown of the proud, to the drunkards of Ephraim." But I'm going to read verse 2, and we can apply that to now because of what's going on with these storms and floods. So this is to go to the power of the Lord, because it's addressing Israel, but, in the context of the Lord's power. So this Isaiah chapter 28, verse 2, it says, "Behold, the Lord hath a mighty and strong one, which as a tempest of hell and a destroying storm, as a flood of mighty waters overflowing, shall cast down to the earth with the hand." Now the Lord did that with what? He did that in the time of Noah. He does it. He's been doing that a few times over the last couple of years with these floods and these life-threatening storms. The Lord has been wreaking havoc on the earth, the inhabitants of the earth. Because what did the Lord say? He's going to visit the earth which he hath made. Matter of fact, let's go to that. It's that, okay, where I should start from? Now, okay, this is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15. I'm going to start at verse 11, and it reads, "But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof." Now, it's talking about when he's going to deliver, starting with the elect of Israel, out of Egypt. But he said as before, right? He said as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Now, when you go into, let's go to Revelation. Start 11 and 8. Now, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 8. And I'm going to read that in NLT. It says, "And their dead bodies will lie in the main street of Jerusalem, the city that is figuratively called Sodom in Egypt, the city where their Lord was crucified." Now what? Spiritually, because why? The people that was around, the spirits that was around when the Lord got crucified in the land of Rome, he called what? He said what? That city is figuratively Sodom and Egypt. Now this damn sure America, as much as they push all that alphabet community shit, and Egypt, which what Egypt means what? Bondage, captivity, the land of Israel's captivity, the land where Esau is oppressing Jacob the most. Right? Is this place that's figuratively Sodom and Egypt? Because look what they push. Look what they push. They push back. They push all the old customs, all of the old ways of those ancient cities, Sodom and Egypt. So look, drop something. All right, and so that's definitely America. And now, what is the Lord doing now? He's visiting this place with floods. It says, I'm reading that again. It says, 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 11, and it says, "But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that YAHWAH BAHASHAM YAHWASHI shall bring upon it." Now that land, it's talking about Israel now. That's talking about this land we're in right now. The people of Israel are in Egypt again, which is that land is America. Because it said figuratively, because it's not the actual land of Egypt, but it figuratively is. Because it carries the same custom, the same story. The Lord said what? Nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new under the sun. This is the same spirits coming back again in the reincarnation. And some of the same spirits are going to be delivered in the time in a future time of soon future to come. And that's why the Lord is doing what he's doing to America right now, because it is that city that's figuratively, spiritually Sodom and Egypt. And right now, Egypt, aka America, is mourning. When you look at what's going on, people are mourning, people are upset, people are depressed. It's a certain spirit in a so-called America, which is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. It's a certain spirit going around here of despair. Because why? These Edomites, these Egyptians, they see that it's going down no matter what Trump says, no matter what you think of all of the pride and all that, the Lord's still going to destroy this place. And you can't stop the feeling. You can't stop the feeling. And when you jump to verse 14, it says what? It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. And what world are we in right now? We also in 2nd Esdras, the 6th chapter, says what? For Esau is the end of the world. So this is talk about we in Esau's kingdom now. That same kingdom in 2nd Esdras chapter 6, this the same world, man. Where the Lord said what? That the world fadeth away. Esau is the end of the world. This is Esau's rulership. Those elites, those central banking families, all these super rich people that's on the earth right now, them so-called white people, those are Edomites. They come from the seed of Esau. All right? So those are the people that the Lord said, what? He going to judge them. You just had, well, even though he's dead, you had, I forget, I think it was Evelyn Rothschild that said, people came out, these women came out and said that he, basically did some SA and things of that nature against them. But why he's saying that now he's dead? And it ain't not gonna happen. Even if the motherfucker that's living is doing this shit now. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing. That's what YAHWASHI gonna do. YAHWASHI said he got a great slaughter in Basra. YAHWASHI is gonna come and judge these elites, man. These motherfuckers that rule in secret. Let's go to it. Fucking Edomites. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 63 verse 1, and it reads, who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? Now Edom, Esau. Esau is the nation of Edom. The people of that bloodline that come from the seed of Esau, the man Esau, which are the so-called white people today. White men, women, and children. All right? It says, this that is glorious in his apparel, travailing in the greatness of his strength, I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. That's talking about YAHWASHI. And then he said what? He's going to deliver them out of Egypt. But who's the present pharaohs? Who's ruling in the present Egypt? What nation is ruling the present modern day Egypt? Esau. All right? That's why he said, dyed garments from Basra. Who is this coming from Edom? All right, verse 2, it says, wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat? I have treaded in the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in my anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain on my raiment, man. For the day of vengeance in my heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. So even when you go into the book of Obadiah, it talks about Edom, but his judgment is going to go throughout all the heathens, man. All the heathens said what? They parted my land. What you think of doing? Who you think is doing that to the Palestinians, man? Because obviously Allah's not saving them. That's judgment from Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHWASHI. Them Hagarenes, them Ishmaelites. The Lord that said that he said that them they in our land too. All right. So ain't no free palette. Yo, this is judgment from Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHWASHI. In order the prophets of Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHWASHI are gonna let that be known. Everybody else can all talk about all that. Just fucked up. No, this is judgment, man. This is judgment from the one true living God. And that's all. And it's more to come. And it's gonna get worse and worse. All right. So with that, Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHWASHI BAHASHAM Kakadash. Double honors to the powers of Israel, aka the powers of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth and sincerity. Shalom.